Formula One, the pinnacle of motorsport. With a global audience and drama to match, all the attention is now on race circuits around the world, waiting for the start of the fastest show on Earth. Last year's regulation changes saw closer on-track battles. Anyone expecting a smooth ride from the 2023 season is in for a shock. With a shake-up in the paddock resulting in the signing of several new team principals, F1 is primed and ready to light up the world stage. Team principals will already be talking tactics, boosting the confidence of their drivers and ensuring their pit crews make those box times as tight as possible. With a new era of racing now well underway, more teams than ever will be vying for points, podiums, and a chance at the championship. This is Formula One. Red Bull took the F1 world by storm in 2022, defending... On paper, Ferrari had a stellar season in 2022, taking home second place in both the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships.
You must be our new team principal. It's so great to meet you. I'm Audrey, one of the team engineers. I'm happy to show you around. Here at Ferrari, we came so close last season. Taking home second in both championships is not to be sniffed at, but you know we're never going to settle for second best. I hope you're as ready as we are to reach the top of both tables this year. In this area, you have a centralised view of what a team principal needs to keep track of. The board sets season objectives for the team to achieve. Reaching them will help keep confidence high, so be sure to familiarise yourself with what's expected. You'll want to keep an eye on the long-term objective for beyond this season as well. You'll always be able to see what the team's next race is from here, and how long you have left to prepare. Our next Grand Prix will be the first of the season. As it's your first day, though, there's nothing urgent for you to address. Feel free to explore more, or you can select continue and sign off for the day. Once you do, time will pass, but don't worry about missing anything. You'll automatically sign back in if an important event comes up. The board are the ones who set the expectations for the team. If they're confident in your leadership, you'll be fine. If they lose confidence in you, however, they might look to replace you. Don't forget to check in with the board often, and take note of their confidence levels, as well as the team's progress towards a greater rating. From here, you can see all the team's facilities, from the staff buildings to the car parts warehouse. You can build new facilities or, if the team has the time and money, upgrade our existing ones. Facilities affect all areas of our team's performance. Over time, facilities will degrade and become less effective, so keep an eye on their condition. When this happens, we'll need to look at refurbishing or even upgrading that facility. It's not just the fastest car that makes a team the best in F1. It's the people doing the hard work behind the scenes. Manage your staff from here. Check here to see what your sporting director has planned for the pit. Let's introduce you to the team drivers. They're under contract with us for this season, and their professional development and race performance will make or break us as a team. Each driver has their own strengths, as well as areas to improve. These statistics will all affect different aspects of their driving ability. Any driver who participates in a race weekend is going to gain more experience and improve over time. You'll want to keep an eye on drivers' morale as the season progresses. The higher a driver's morale, the higher their performance for the team. A driver's morale will also affect Each race driver has an assigned race engineer, who will communicate to the driver when they're in the cockpit. A driver and race engineer pairing with a higher affinity will work better together, especially to ensure your team is developing as desired. You can set up a targeted... If you want to direct your staff to focus on specific areas of their development, you can do so here. Improving our cars is a constant. If you want to install any aerodynamic, you can take a look at spot. Income from sponsorships. Running an F1 team is expensive, and careful finance. Most of the team's budget is decided by the... Whenever you're making financial decisions, here's your... The pit crew are a vital part of our team. Their reliability. The pit crew development plan will focus. The pit crew will always just bear in mind that, remember, once you're happy. Here we've got the performance targets for this coming weekend. If we meet these targets,
Welcome to Bahrain, ladies and gentlemen. F1 is back. The beginning of a brand new Formula One season. Every team, every driver, whether rookies or champions, all start here on zero, ahead of another year's battle for glory. Bahrain is known for high tyre degradation, as the asphalt here is so abrasive. The drivers are facing many low to medium speed corners, and any heavy braking.
welcome to your first race weekend with the team. A normal race weekend starts with 3 practice sessions, a knockout qualifying session, and then the race itself. Later in the season, we'll encounter some... Once you're ready, we can move on. Over here is our race preparation area. This is where you can make any changes you need ahead of the upcoming practice session. The team will put together a run plan for the session, but you can review and make changes to it. Bear in mind that tyre usage during practice will impact what tyres will be available for qualifying and the race. Feel free to look at the run plan and the different options available. Then we can move on when you're ready. During race weekends, you can decide whether you want to manage the practice sessions yourself or whether to hand over control to your team. As it's your first race weekend, you should let the team handle the practice sessions. To help maximise our drivers' performance, the team and you, on future weekends, will have them work on 3 goals during practice. Track acclimatisation, car parts knowledge. Having your drivers progress towards these 3 goals will improve their preparation level, which will then affect their confidence across the whole race weekend. Whenever you manage practice yourself, use the time to experiment with the balance of the car. And make sure you give the drivers long enough on track to feed back on their car setup.
There's tension in the air today, so it must be time for qualifying.
Bahrain's track is dusty and abrasive, and even under the floodlights, qualifying is tough on soft tyres. Teams will need to use their tyre allocations wisely.
Now there's been a bit of talk about Sergio.
Right, time for qualifying. Our results here will determine where we start on the grid for Sunday's race. Qualifying takes place over 3 knockout rounds, and only... Same as practice, the team can handle qualifying for you if you like. Let's get you hands-on for this round though, just to make sure you're feeling confident before race day kicks off. Our drivers need to be setting their fastest possible lap times, so we can advance to the next period of qualifying. The slowest 5 cars will be sitting the rest of qualifying out. Right then, let's get a car out on the track for its first run and...
And radio check, Charles.
Yeah, radio check, okay.
Copy, loud and clear. And we need you to push this out lap.
Copy.
I know everything happens so fast over a race weekend, but if you need to catch your breath, you can pause for as long as you like. Of course, if things aren't moving fast enough for you, you can speed. The map view here gives you a good overview of the whole track and all the cars. Remember, you're managing 2 drivers throughout the session, so make sure to keep an eye on both of them. You can even watch from the driver's visor cam, which will really get you up close and personal with all the race action. A driver's confidence level can be impacted throughout a race weekend, both negatively and positively by on-track events. You can keep an eye on each. A driver with higher confidence will have an increased performance and a lower risk of on-track incidents. A driver with lower confidence will see a decrease in performance and have a higher risk of on-track incidents happening.
Can you hear me?
You loud and clear. And track is clear, track clear. Charge button off for last corner. Some warm up in the first lap, out lap.
Copy, copy.
Controlling pace here will help you manage a car's tyre temperature and condition. Keep an eye on the tyre condition of both cars. Over time, tyre condition will fall, reducing their grip and performance, eventually leading to tyre failures and car retirement. Fuel commands instruct the driver on how to manage their car's fuel consumption. Make sure to keep an eye on the remaining fuel for each car. If a car runs out of fuel, it will be forced to retire.
Less lift off.
Okay.
There are a number of events that can interrupt a session, mainly for safety reasons. These include a safety car or virtual safety car, also known as a VSC, which is used to slow. When race events occur, they can provide excellent opportunities to make strategic changes. For example, some teams will choose to pit a car during a safety.
Red flag, stay positive.
Here you can see all the available tyre compounds for the weekend. You need to use at least 2 different compounds during a dry race.
Working on tires.
Copy, copy.
You need to push more.
Copy.
And charge on.
Copy.
Start button on.
Copy.
Charge button on.
Copy.
Charge button off.
Copy.
Charge button on.
Yeah, copy.
Charge button on.
Yeah. Fiddling.
Pit limiter, please. So stop on the mouse.
Our driver has returned to the garage. You need to reconfigure the car before we can send them back out.
Good warm up on the brakes.
Okay.
You can push a bit more.
Okay.
You can keep track of individual tyre wear and condition here. Each tyre compound has an optimal temperature range, during which the tyre performs. An overheating tyre will wear faster. Where overseas powertrain parts, aerodynamic parts can suffer damage of differing levels.